Hi, Dee here. Just wanted to do a quick video with John Hardin. He's a criminal attorney here in McKinney and has been here for 46 years. Great criminal attorney. We hope you never need one, but if you do, give John a call. I will let you know how to get in touch with him. The reason I'm talking to John today, basically his wife is how I know him. He has a wonderful wife. She's my naturopath. Her name's Melinda Pettingill, and she and John, I was sitting with them the other day, and John told me how Hardin got its name. John Hardin, the Hardin Street. There may be a family connection there, but anyway, now my new home backs up to Hardin, so I was kind of interested. John, can you tell everybody how Hardin got its name?
Well, sure. My dad's name was Paul Hardin, John Paul Hardin, but he went by Paul. And I grew up here in McKinney. They adopted me at the Methodist Mission Home in San Antonio, Texas.
Oh, wow.
And brought me to McKinney when I was 3 days old, and I've lived here ever since.
Wow.
In 1948. Anyway, so all during my time growing up here, I know Dad served on school boards, and he served in different capacities with the city and worked with the North Texas water people that put in Lake Lavon in the North Texas Water District, and he served on the school board, like I say, and then he served on the city council for many years. And they occasionally asked him to think about being the mayor, but he said no, somebody else's turn, somebody else. He never wanted to be mayor, but he was on the council for a long time. So after many years of civic service, and I was into my 20s then, I'd already graduated high school here in McKinney. I'm thinking it was while I was still at SMU or maybe in law school. I'll have to regather those thoughts, but at some point they decided that at his council meeting, one of the last council meetings where Dad finally decided to quit doing all that, they said, well, we have an amendment, we have a proposal. We'd like to change the name of Fonsine Road, F-O-C-I-N-E, Fonsine Road. We'd like to change it to Paul Hardin Boulevard. And it'll be a major north-south thoroughfare connecting 121 to 380 and beyond. And my dad said, no, you don't name buildings or houses, buildings or roads after somebody that's alive. And I'm very much alive. And they said, well, we thought you'd feel that way, so we'll take a friendly amendment. We'll take off the Paul and we'll just call it Hardin Boulevard. And my father was very much against that, but the votes were already in. And Fonsine Road, by the way, at that time, was a winding, barely blacktop road. I remember actually when it was a white-top road, but it was a blacktop road, just kind of wound around out in the country. And it was almost like a joke. Fonsine Road to make it a north-south thoroughfare, but the city planners had always been planning the growth of McKinney and knew that this was going to be needed as McKinney moved westward. So anyway, it was still Fonsine Road, and then finally as the development kicked in, they opened it. In fact, my mom and dad were both alive. My mother almost made 95 and my dad almost made 90.
Wow.
I lost Dad in 07 and Mom in 12, so I'm trying to think. Dad was still alive, and I'm thinking it was 2 or 3 years before that, so 04, 03 or 04 when it opened.
Yeah.
They had a picture on the front page of the McKinney Courier Gazette of my mom and dad standing there, and the first little segment of Hardin Road had opened, and so he got to see it actually become Hardin Road.
Awesome.
That's how it happened.
Well, fabulous. Mm-hmm. Well, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, yes, we have a little bit more.
Oh, yeah. My daughter's name is Brittany.
Yes.
I only have one daughter, four children. Down this way, just past Kroger's on the south side, as the developer was going in there, there was some conversation, and of course it was his granddaughter, Brittany. So they named Brittany Hardin. Brittany and Hardin intersect, and the original signs were an old green sign. Then when they changed the name, Brittany got the sign that says Brittany and Hardin on it. So there's actually a street for, I guess it was for Brittany, but it's like Brittany's my daughter and that's his granddaughter.
Oh, how cool. So we've got family streets everywhere.
It's everywhere in town.
That's fantastic. Well, thank you.
I'm honored that you would want to know something about the history of McKinney.
Well, I love McKinney. We've only been here 17 years, but it's awesome. And I plan to do a lot more videos on the history of McKinney.
Right.
We're excited to be here. Think it's the coolest place in Texas.
Well, yeah.
And just excited to get to know people like you that have lived their lives
Well,
here.
thank you. I'd be honored to help you with it because that's something that's kind of near and dear to me. Dad had saved a lot of things about city council memories and things that went all the way back to the first ones. And then he was in a partnership with A.M. Scott, who has had an insurance company here in town. And he kept all this stuff. The building burned where I'm going. The building burned. He lost all this stuff. But for years and years, he was going back and going into all the old records and getting all the city council records and minutes and things because he just had an interest in the history of McKinney too. But I do know a lot of things, and I'd be honored to talk with you anytime you want to talk about the history of McKinney.
Well, guys, you're going to get to see a lot more of John and me as we figure out all the cool things that have happened in McKinney for the last, well, at least 46 years.
I'll leave you with a teaser.
Okay, what's that?
My mother's maiden name is McKinney.
Well, okay, now we've really got a story.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
John,
Yes,
thank
ma'am.
you.
My pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
All right.